Coming up, a modern vampire story set in London and drenched in millennial angst.
A nonfiction book on how to tell an unforgettable story.
Plus our distraction of the week. I'm Mel.
I'm Dave. This is the Library of Lost Time.
I love an unusual vampire story. So I was very excited to learn about the book Woman Eating by Claire Kohda. Our heroine Lydia is of mixed ethnicity. She's a recent art school grad, and she is hungry.
Oh, no.
She craves ramen, sushi, bubble tea, but she will never be satisfied because the only thing she can ingest is blood. She has a cool gig at an art gallery in London and a friend, Ben, who could be more, if only she could figure out how to reconcile all of her contradictions. This is an exploration of loneliness and appetites and living between worlds. For a vampire twofer, you could pair this with the gothic novella Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. This is Woman Eating by Claire Kohda, and it's out now.
My book is How to Tell a Story, the essential guide to memorable storytelling from the Moth. The Moth is a nonprofit group based in New York City and dedicated to the art of storytelling. For the past 25 years, they've been helping people understand one another through the magic of true personal tales. You may have heard about the Moth through their podcast or their radio show or their many, many live programs. They've got a book about how to tell a story. If you would like to learn about how to more deeply connect with others through the power of story, it is available now. It's How to Tell a Story, the essential guide to memorable storytelling from the Moth. The Library of Lost Time is brought to you by the Strong Sense of Place podcast. In every episode, we get curious about one destination and discuss 5 great books that took us there on the page. If you like books and travel, check it out. You'll find it at strongsenseofplace.com/welcome. And now, our distraction of the week.
If you like to imagine or pretend that fairies, elves, and gnomes are real, we've got an artist for you. His name is David Bird. He creates what he calls beacorns, adorable little people constructed from acorns, pine cones, and sticks.
And that is fun on its own, but then he takes pictures of them in nature, surrounded by other woodland creatures. So you might get a shot of a beacorn talking to a chipmunk, or riding a mouse, or feeding a cardinal.
The photos are unexpected because the acorn people and the animals are genuinely interacting. So many times I wondered to myself, how did he get that photo? And the answer is patience.
Lots and lots of patience.
According to the behind-the-scenes videos on his website, it sometimes takes weeks for the artist to get the shot he envisions.
He also makes videos. They're a delight. He often shares his concept sketches and then shows how he builds the beacorns.
He wasn't always so cottagecore. He is a former toy designer for Hasbro and Lego, but decided to leave the warrior action figures behind to focus on visual storytelling with wonder and whimsy.
And if you're wondering, prints and cards of his photos are available on his website. You can take some of his magic home for yourself.
Visit strongsenseofplace.com/library for links to more on David Bird's fanciful photos, plus more on the books we mentioned.
Thanks for joining us on the Library of Lost Time. Remember to visit your local library and your independent bookstore and lose some time yourself.
Stay curious. We'll talk to you soon.